struck me as a California cool kind of kid, just checking this out because Patrick, his friend, suggested he try it. We didn't have a lot of time with Diego, but he caught on so quickly that he was primed to make significant contributions to the team during the state tournament. Sorry about what happened right before it. He still came, and which was awesome. His field sense and defensive prowess were obvious from the beginning. The more reps he got, the more he understood where he needed to be most effective. Also, he's tough as nails. Anyone questioned that before seeing his reaction to his finger injury, they don't question it anymore. He's also just a good kid with a genuinely easygoing personality and a strong work ethic that will serve him well in the future. I hope you continue to play Ultimate. There's plenty of leagues in St. Louis, and I know you're going to be here next year, so get involved, stay involved. All right, Henry Blaine, again, didn't have a ton of time. Yeah, sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, Henry Blaine. Again, we didn't have a ton of time with Henry in this particular contest, but I've watched Henry, we've watched Henry grow up as one of James's oldest and closest friends. And I have had an opportunity to coach him in various sports throughout his childhood: baseball, basketball, ultimate, I guess. Anyway, that's a lot, it feels like. His athletic ability is and has always been very obvious in all the sports that I've coached him in. But his willingness to throw his body around and to get to frisbees that should be impossible to get to was contagious and so impressive. And he did that right from the first game. And he has a scar, I think, probably still to show for it. So very, very tough-minded. Henry's also such a great teammate, so always willing to sacrifice himself for his teammates, and he's always there with kind of a quiet compliment or words of encouragement. Henry's also such a strong, polite, and great young man that we really look forward to hearing what he does after high school, and he's not going to be that far away from James and Eli, so hopefully you guys can get together sometime while you're up there, throw a frisbee around, and then James tell us what he says. And hopefully it involves frisbee, Henry. Hopefully you continue to play. All right. 1, 2, 3. Griffin is a born leader, obviously. He needed something. Just let us one more time. So Griffin's inclination is obviously to take charge of situations, which is really awesome. However, he's also adaptable and positive. He recognized that there was already a culture here, and instead of stepping in and changing it to be more of what I think he may have wanted, which I was guessing was maybe a little more serious and a little less goofy, he adapted to what was already there and added so much structure and intensity in a sometimes silly ultimate frisbee way that the team culture has forever been changed for the better. Adaptability is not often discussed as a hallmark of leaders, but it is a key trait of the best leaders, which Griffin will undoubtedly continue to be. He showed his great promise on the field by quickly becoming a top-line player on both the defensive and offensive lines. And if the play was ever going to be close, I was personally confident that Griffin was going to do everything he could to get to the disc. Again, I hope you continue to play, Griffin. I know you're going to a great school for Ultimate, so and great city for Ultimate. You'll have plenty of opportunities, and please go. 1, 2, 3. All right, Patrick. I have had the pleasure of coaching Patrick with his dad in baseball for a few years. I've watched Patrick excel in cross country. That was mostly from afar. And frankly, I misjudged Patrick because when he was younger, I didn't think he was that into baseball. Were you? No, okay. I wasn't misjudging it. But now I think probably baseball wasn't your thing, and Alice can attest that it's not everyone's thing, is it? No, he does not like it. During cross country, I just mistook you as maybe overly serious and a little bit too hard on yourself, despite being really good at cross country, really good. And this year, I found out something new about you, which is that you are an awesome combination of serious and committed and fun fun in capital letters. It was a joy watching you go toe-to-toe with the most athletic kids in Ultimate, and consistently stepping in front of them to knock distance away or dive to catch a frisbee for a score. You know, I feel like we've seen you smile more here than I've seen you smile before. And so I think that's really awesome. And also your smile was contagious to the team. The silly hats thing was awesome, really fun. And I think it inspired our group a lot. Also, I want to say this, you had the most intelligent, thought-provoking questions about the game, about how to play it, that I've heard from someone starting out in a long time. And I want to say this to the whole group, it's not just Patrick, there are a couple other kids in here who are not seniors who also had like just the best questions that you ask when you know, like when you're going in the direction that is the right direction. So anyway, Patrick's going to the zoo, and I know you're going to play there, which is awesome, and have a great time there. It's going to be really fun. Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3. All right, Lawrence. All right, is it possible to not love Lawrence? That is the question. Like Henry Lane, I've also coached Lawrence in basketball when he was younger, and I always wanted to pull Lawrence aside and just say, Lawrence, you're so tall, you're so strong. Get in there and tussle with the kids. Don't worry about hurting them, just get the ball. I didn't say that, and now I'm glad I didn't, because Lawrence's kindness is a great attribute and shouldn't be diminished by a coach telling him to do something stupid. He's also been such a positive influence on our team for the last couple of years. He's always there to break tension with a funny quip or to help a teammate out, help folks not take themselves too seriously during games. He's also, though, a really incredible athlete, as you can tell by his award tonight. I have some regrets from the season, and one of them is that we didn't figure out how to utilize Lawrence's athleticism as effectively as we could have. So, like with Henry, I do look forward to hearing all the cool stuff that you're going to do in the next year or two. So come back and let us know what's up. 1, 2, 3. All right, Jack. I coached Jack in baseball also when he was in grade school. Do you remember that, Jack? No. Played baseball. So of all the kids on the team that year, I thought Jack was the one kid that was going to play high school baseball. I know. Do you not even remember? You were there for like, no? So you were taller than most of the kids and you threw harder. And most importantly, you seem to get it faster than other kids. Did you not play baseball?
No, he did.
Yes. Well, I'm telling you, like, I came home and told my wife that you were an amazing baseball player. So Jack adapts very quickly. Okay, so in the baseball context, which he doesn't remember, so this is helpful. I told him to just lift his elbow or shoulder up a little bit, a very subtle piece of advice, and he was instantly throwing strikes, and still throwing harder than everyone else. And he's kind of been that way with Ultimate also. He just gets sports in a way that I personally wish that I could get in like a very deep level. Let's see. All right, well, when he first came to Ultimate in his sophomore year, I thought he also had a kind of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh vibe, right? Bouncing around, bouncing his way back to his best. But it didn't take long to appreciate that he's much deeper than just a really, really good athlete. He thinks about the game and understands it in a deeper way than most of us, myself included, most of the time, unfortunately for him. He also appreciates his teammates' abilities in a very genuine way. It probably was a bit annoying sometimes that not everybody can just pick up a Frisbee and make it do what Jack can make it do. But the only person that I ever saw Jack being annoyed with was himself. And I think he even worked on that this year a lot, and his attitude with himself was gentler, and I thought more better. And so Jack's going to continue to be a leader in every athletic and likely non-athletic situation that he puts himself in. So at S&T, if you want to, I hope that you will continue to play.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because S&T goes to nationals every year,
Yeah.
and you can help them go far at nationals.
Yeah.
So tell us what's going on with you in the future, okay, Jack. Right, that's right. Okay. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Robbie. We coached Robbie on the varsity competitive team for the last 2 years, and he started out on the developmental team as a sophomore. Okay. And that journey through the program is exactly what we want for basically all of our athletes now. He was a very good developmental league player, and now he's a very good competitive league player and an asset to the team. As an athlete, Robbie is a hard worker who pushes his body to the limits, and the sight of Robbie beating any defender on a strike cut is a thing of beauty. And then seeing him turn that cut into a full field laser of a lefty forehand pass is just awesome, really fun. He also can play lockdown and amazing defense, even if he doesn't always think that he can.
Or want to.
And so Robbie wanted to be a captain last year, and he made that happen for himself. So he's able to lead. And as a leader, few people are as deep and complex as Robbie, which is always to his and the team's benefit. He has the ability to reach others who might otherwise be resistant to any kind of instruction, which is also helpful as a coach to have that. He also worked so hard this year to be positive with himself and others that it definitely showed and really benefited the team. I can't imagine the team having the level of success that we had without Robbie's leadership. I'm excited to hear about what he did actually well. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right. I know we're running out of time.
You got this.
Eli. Okay. I had a high school teacher who would say of certain kids, great kid, great family. All right. And I can't think of a better way to describe Eli Barton. He started playing Frisbee in 8th grade, and he's one of the reasons that I'm here today, and that probably all of us are here today. Without Eli in 8th grade, who knows? If Eli had come to that first practice and decided, this isn't for me, probably would not have had enough MMPs to participate in the league at all 5 years ago. And I probably would have decided that I just coach the girls team forever and forget about the boys. I don't know if anyone else has grown as a player as much as Eli has in the last 5 years. At first, I kept saying to myself, I wish Eli would just get in there, battle a little more. And was easy for me to say when I wasn't 13 years old, playing against very physical grown men wearing Piani jerseys. This year, Eli never shied away from any challenge, even if that meant literally spilling blood for his team. I have many inspiring memories from this year, but one constant recurring memory is Eli telling me he's okay to continue after watching him get absolutely mauled by an opposing player, dusting himself off after a collision, and then looking at me again saying, I'm fine, put me in, I am ready to play. He was never not ready to play. So the confident way that you led the team this year was inspiring and will provide a blueprint for all the future captains that we have that will continue to transform this program. So Eli, thank you so much. 1, 2, 3. All right. Last, James. Some of you may know that I have coached a lot of James's teams, so this isn't the first time that he's been the coach's son. Not an enviable position. Who knows, it might be your last, so you got that going for you. James is everything a coach would want from a captain. He passionately loves the game and really wants to get better at it individually and collectively. I can't tell you how many videos he shared with us about new strategies and new techniques, or how much college and club game footage he's watched. We would not even know many of the drills that we do regularly as a team without James bringing them to us. Robbie also had a hand in that as well, so I don't want to dismiss that. And we probably would not have the reset system that we have without James and Robbie insisting on it. James is also an exceptional player who has honed his abilities and athleticism through discipline and focused effort. The James is not only passionate about playing the game to the best of his ability, he's also passionate about upholding the spirit of the game. And more than once, he has had to bring me back to earth with a, don't do that. That's not good spirit. So I appreciate that because I get to lose myself a little bit sometimes. And he wasn't being judgmental, he was just being factual. He certainly may be a better coach and a better player, but he's also made me better. It's been one of the great joys of my life to share this passion with him and to learn through and with him about the game. I'm excited to be here to see what he does with this.